Hey, do you have a problem with Santa Claus? Most people think of the guy as a jolly, friendly presence. But perhaps there's other factors to contend with. Maybe one year he didn't bring you the right gift. Maybe one year he stole your girl. And maybe you're still grappling with the possibility that this guy isn't real. Whatever the case may be, someone in Kentucky appears to have just secured their spot on Mr. Claus's naughty list by turning him into Swiss cheese instead of leaving him cookies.
Sunday about 8:15, me and my wife were sitting on the couch watching TV and heard kind of like a small bang or whatever.
After this guy in Kentucky heard a noise, he looked outside to find a holy Christmas scene that had nothing to do with Jesus. Santa was down.
And when I looked out the front door, we saw that the inflatable had fallen over.
But when the man took a peek at surveillance footage, he observed that jolly old Saint Nick hadn't taken to Ozempic. Our inflatable friend here appeared to have been the victim of a drive-by shooting.
I went back and looked at our home security camera, and it actually showed a vehicle turn around in the court and a sound that sounded like a firearm, shoot it, and as soon as that noise went off, the inflatable fell down.
This apparent shooting ripped an 18-inch hole into Père Noël, which this family had just bought for $200 a few days earlier, and they're worried this beef with the big man may not have been snuffed out.
I mean, there's multiple neighbors that have inflatables too, and I mean, certainly they could be targeted as well. So you think if they'd done just one, they'll probably do several. So hopefully people will have, Ring cameras, security cameras that will catch a license plate or give us a better description of who's doing it.
It's not clear what type of weapon Santa may have been shot with, but Everytown for Gun Safety notes that Kentucky has some of the weakest gun laws in the country and has a gun violence rate that's above the national average. So I guess if he leaves Kentuckians coal in their stocking, they could always make it into gunpowder.
We've got some neighbors that can sew and have promised their services to help get them up and going again. I just beg people that, check and see what your kids are doing. I hope this doesn't happen to anyone else. We don't want anyone to get hurt. It's just not a cute, fun thing. This is, you're discharging a firearm at someone's home.
Fortunately, nobody aside from our inflatable Kringle here was injured in this whole thing, and the homeowner thinks this apparent drive-by may have just been a prank. Though if he's willing to shell out another $100 on Amazon, it might be worth getting a brand new inflatable that demonstrates that Santa's willing to defend himself and the ones he loves at all costs.